India's independence. India was under British colonial rule from the mid-18th century until 1947. The Indian National Congress, formed in 1885, became the principal organization leading the struggle for independence. Key events leading to independence. The First War of Independence in 1857, also known as the Sepoy Mutiny or the Indian Rebellion of 1857, marked the first large-scale resistance against British rule. Formation of Indian National Congress in 1885 marked a significant step in India's struggle for freedom. Initially, they sought greater representation and reforms within the British administration. However, over time, they gradually adopted the goal of full independence. The Partition of Bengal in 1905 by the British triggered widespread protests. This led to the Swadeshi movement, which promoted the boycott of British goods and encouraged the use of Indian-made products. The Rowlatt Act of 1919 allowed detention without trial, sparking widespread protests across India. On April 13, 1919, the Jallianwala Bagh massacre in Amritsar saw British troops kill hundreds of unarmed civilians. This tragic event galvanized the Indian independence movement like never before. Non-cooperation movement, 1920 to 1922. Led by Mahatma Gandhi, it involved boycotting British goods and institutions. Civil disobedience movement, 1930 to 1934, included the iconic Salt March led by Gandhi, mass protests and nonviolent resistance to British laws. Quit India movement, 1942, launched by the Indian National Congress, demanding an end to British rule, led to mass arrests and widespread protests. World War II, spanning from 1939 to 1945, brought significant changes. The British decision to involve India in the war without consulting Indian leaders led to further demands for independence. Path to independence. The economic and political pressures on Britain after World War II hastened the process of granting independence. In 1947, Lord Mountbatten, the last Viceroy of India, proposed a plan for the partition of India into two independent dominions, India and Pakistan. The Indian Independence Act of 1947, passed by the British Parliament, led to the creation of India and Pakistan on August 15, 1947. Partition and independence. The subcontinent was divided based on religious lines, with Pakistan becoming a separate nation for Muslims. The partition led to large-scale communal violence and one of the largest migrations in history, with millions crossing borders and many losing their lives. Key figures. Mahatma Gandhi, the leader of the non-violent independence movement. Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of independent India. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, who played a key role in the integration of princely states into the Indian Union. Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the leader of the Muslim League and the first Governor-General of Pakistan. Legacy. India adopted a constitution on January 26, 1950, becoming a sovereign, socialist, secular, and democratic republic. India's non-violent struggle for independence inspired many global movements for civil rights and freedom.